And we are looking at the G75VW. It is running an i7-3610QM, a NVIDIA GTX 670M, a Thunderbolt port, and a 17.3-inch 1920 by 1080 full high-resolution screen. Looks beautiful. It is, of course, the latest laptop to be given the Republic of Gamers insignia, and it is very worthy of it. On the right side of the laptop, we've got two USB 3.0 ports. One of them is a supercharging port, so you can charge your phone really fast. You've got a Thunderbolt port, a HDMI port, an Ethernet cable port, and a VGA port and a power input port. You've got a headphone in, a microphone in as well. You've got an SD card, a Blu-ray read-write, DVD read-write combo, and a USB 3.0 port. These are the back vents of your laptop, and it looks just amazing and keeps the entire laptop fairly cool. We'll do an overview so you can see that the design has been de-ruggedized in some ways, and it's got a nice rubber film over the entire surface as well, which makes it very easy to handle. As we open up the laptop as well, you'll see that it is very nice and clean. The workspace that you have is just really nice. Nice rubber palm rests, big trackpad. You've got very nice rubber keys as well, and that just beautiful gunmetal sort of brushed finish, which is just amazing, as you can see there. And it also features a full number pad, which you'd expect from a 17.3-inch laptop. This here that you can see is the ROG theme that you can download in the links description below, and this is a comparison between the old G74 and the G75. As you can see, G75 is not only more powerful, but it is smaller and lighter as well, which is a vast improvement over the previous generation. Alright, so we played Battlefield 3, the latest version, the close quarters battle, and on high settings it was very acceptable. We were pulling, I think we averaged around 47 frames per second, and on medium we were averaging sort of above 50 frames per second. So the game scales pretty well. I didn't really notice any visual differences between medium and high, but ultra sort of went between 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second, which depending on how smooth you like your gameplay, may or may not be acceptable for you. If you are planning to play Battlefield 3 on a laptop like this, I would keep it between medium and high, depending on what map you're playing on. So, did have a lot of fun with it though. It is very capable in the gaming department, being a gaming laptop, and it certainly has the hardware to back it up in this regard as well. So I was very excited to test it out on the latest Battlefield 3 map and show you some multiplayer gameplay as well, which was a lot of fun. Alright, so out of the box it has a 256GB Lighton SSD, that is the non-3D version, and it pulls 490.8 megabytes per second with read and 283.6 per second in the write department. Very fast scores, very nice 4K random score as well, 29.98. The lowest sub score for Windows was 7.4 with the graphics. Everything else scored much higher, which was nice to see. And we were pulling P3053 3D marks. We were previously doing around P3033 and upwards, but we had to change to the latest drivers, which have consequently given us a worse score, but these are the official driver scores, so P3053. Alright, so we're doing 3D Mark 11 at the moment, probably about halfway through, and this is the fan noise coming from the back. So it is pretty quiet, and it does so because ventilation in this laptop is just ingenious. Alright, so this is the Heaven benchmark, and it pulled a score of 878 with an average of 34.9 frames per second. And now that we've got everything out of the way, the benchmarks and everything out of the way, I'm going to show you how to take out a drive, because that's probably what the majority of you guys will probably do, is install your own drives. May they be solid state drives or high capacity drives is up to you, and you can see the heatsink, the fan filters that come off as well. And yeah, it's a very clean sort of setup, and it's all secured by one screw and very easy to sort of get to. And you just remove these two screws at the side of the drive and put them aside and just slide it out. And then you've got 4 screws here, and once you remove those you can actually replace the drive completely. And that's the solid state drive that it's come with. My other bay has a SanDisk 240, so I've got 2 solid state drives in this laptop, and it runs really well. So as you can see, very quick to install and remove hardware. And if you're familiar, you just snap down the edges and just replace that one screw, and you're ready to go again. This is your battery compartment, as you can see. Very easy to remove the battery if need be, and you got the subwoofer down there as well. So that's that. Guys, I really enjoyed doing the voiceover. It's a different type of way to film, and it definitely allows me to explain things in more detail as I go about it. So really enjoyed doing the review, and the laptop is just fantastic. This is my workstation computer. I've been doing all the rendering of the videos on this computer, and I will continue to do that as well. So got the 256 Lite-On drive in there, which, as you're already seeing, is just ridiculously fast. The performance that you get out of the box with this thing is just incredible. And there are 2 SKUs in Australia. There's the 3D version and there's the non-3D version. This was of course the non-3D version. The main difference in Australia, that is that the non-3D version has the 670, which is a Fermi based chip instead of Kepler based, and the 3D version has a 660, which is Kepler based and runs a lot cooler as well. So it's kind of a trade-off. The 660 is about 10 to 15% less in the performance department versus the 670, but the 670 is really good for gaming. So if you are gaming, I do suggest you get this SKU, which is the non-3D version. But if you did want to watch 3D movies, then definitely get the 3D version of this laptop. Realistically, I don't think you'll be gaming in 3D with the G75VW 3D version because 120 frames per second does put a huge strain on the GPU. But it's up to you guys. Do have a look at the different SKUs before you buy them, and there is a price difference there as well. But this laptop on its own, very nice. It's good to see the improvements, the whole rubberized features. It's thinner than the last version. It's not as wide as the last version as well, and it's just everything about it. They've really improved it and made it a whole lot faster, as you see. So it did really well in the synthetic benchmarks, and in real world use, it's very snappy. So very happy to do this one.